Thank you, Chairman. Hello, Secretary. Thank you for being here today, and it's always good to see the entire group with you. And I'm honored to sit on the Transportation Committee. This is a question that I've asked before in a hearing when we had it with the Chairman of Transportation out in the northeast of Philadelphia, but it really is centered around the traffic enforcement corridor. PA currently has made some really strong solutions that are in play around traffic enforcement, particularly in school zones. One of the things that continues to be an issue in my district where I serve in Delaware County with my 2 school districts is that my particular district is covered by about 5 state roads. When I've talked to some of the school board directors in one of the districts where I serve and I currently live, it's often brought up that, you know, our children can't get bused if they are not within 1.9, if they're right under 2 miles, they can't get a bus. But we have 1st through 5th grade walking an extremely busy corridor to get to school. And not to mention the workforce is low where we can hire crossing guards and the funding. So I was just wondering, you know, we've gotten cameras on our school buses. We've been able to do some of those things. But we know that even with the cameras on the school buses, we've seen folks that I think forgot about their driver's ed lessons to know that you need to stop when a school bus has stopped. Does that mean three lanes on one side, 3 lanes on another side, a bus is stopped and you need to stop because that child might need to get across all 6 lanes? I just want to know how PennDOT is going to continue to partner with school districts and our communities on how to keep our children safer. Right now, we don't have a lot of solutions because of what I said with crossing guards. We see young children walking up heavily trafficked roads, and it's dangerous.
So there's a lot there. You know, the school funding issue I'll leave to the Secretary of Education and the Budget Secretary. That is the deep end of the pool for sure. When it comes to the school bus cameras, that was an initiative that was enacted by this General Assembly and signed by the governor and set in motion a new program that also generates some grant funds that may be available to help in the world of student transportation. Whether it can meet the needs that you're describing of you know, sidewalks and safer movements for walkers in Delco, I'm not sure. But you know, we do our best at PennDOT when we deliver a project to meet the needs of pedestrians and bicyclists as well. But it is hard. I mean, we have limited funds, and the cost of our projects far exceeds our ability to deliver all the ones that need to be delivered. So when it comes to transportation funding, that is an ongoing conversation that I'm happy to have. When it comes to student safety, of course, PennDOT will do everything that we can in coordination with intermediate units and school districts to advance student safety. And whether it's school bus cameras or red light cameras or speed cameras, you know, this General Assembly will provide the statutory framework for us to be able to deliver those things.
I appreciate that, Secretary. And lastly, Act 38 does cover a wide range of those suggested solutions. But when we have these studies, how do you, in turn, intend to continue to work with school districts, with municipalities? Is there any kind of program or education that goes out to these particular entities that would help parents? Because those are the questions we get most of the time. In the municipalities, in those meetings, and the school board meetings, it's coming from parents about how we're keeping their children safer.
Yeah, the challenges are financial for PennDOT. I mean, every single project that would be envisioned by families in every school district in our state, probably not in the realm of the possible for PennDOT to deliver, despite their worthy nature. We will, working with our planning partners, in your case, DVRPC again, try and advance projects that are in the common interest. And I would hope that DVRPC, and I'm sure they do, calibrates the needs for students that walk to school to make sure that they have the safest possible route. I know that exists in the city of Scranton, in other urban centers across the state. It is a challenge, and in a lot of, you noted in your district, there's 5 state roads. My suspicion is there are probably some walkers on local roads somewhere along the way as well. So we have a shared challenge when it comes to state roads or county or local roads.
Thank you, Secretary, and I would be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to District 6. Thank you.